The Bahamian night breeze whispered through the palm trees, carrying the cool scent of salt and the warmth of the tropics. On the white sand, Aaliyah stood alone, gazing out at the velvety black ocean. The camera crew had long since departed, leaving only a few flickering yellow lights reflecting on the rippling water. She took a deep breath. It had been a long, tiring, but truly inspiring day. Her new music video, for a song called Rock the Boat, had just wrapped its final shots. The crew was buzzing, certain this would mark another major milestone in her already stellar career. Aaliyah believed it too. She had poured her heart into every move, every line, every single smile. But tonight, something else weighed heavily on her mind, an unshakable premonition. "Are you okay, Marcus?" Aaliyah's manager asked as he approached her. Aaliyah offered a faint smile. "I'm fine, just tired." That underwater scene really gave me the shivers. Marcus gently draped his coat over her shoulders. "Then let's rest a bit more before we head to the airport. The chartered plane is ready." She nodded, but her eyes remained fixed on the sea. "Marcus, do you ever feel like something is coming?" Marcus chuckled, trying to lighten the mood. "Aaliyah, you're an artist. We can be overly sensitive sometimes. Just get some rest at the hotel and you'll be fine." She didn't argue, but deep down, that feeling lingered vague, elusive, like a shadow lurking behind outstretched wings. On the way to Marsh Harbor Airport, the streetlights were sparse against a deep blue night sky. Aaliyah closed her eyes in the car, trying to relax. Behind her, the crew chatted excitedly about the video shoot, but all she could hear was the wind whistling through the slightly open window. In that moment, she remembered a strange dream from the night before. In it, she was standing in a dark field, under a starry sky. A small plane appeared, soaring over her head, leaving a trail of light like a silver blade. Then, the plane dissolved into light, falling and blending into the darkness. She had woken up in a cold sweat. That unsettling feeling had followed her all day, and now it was returning, clearer than ever. "Aaliyah, we're here," Marcus called out. She opened her eyes. In front of them was a small airport, nestled between rows of low trees. The airport lights cast a pale, warm yellow glow. A white Cessna was parked on the tarmac, like a proud bird waiting to take off. But as Aaliyah stepped out of the car, a strong gust of wind hit her, carrying a strange chill that made her shiver. "Cold?" Marcus asked. "No, it just feels strange." He looked at her more closely. "If you're too tired, we can postpone the flight." Aaliyah shook her head. "No, everyone needs to get back for the press conference. I don't want to delay everything." As they approached the plane, a mechanic walked over, looking a little nervous. "Are you guys with Aaliyah's group?" he asked. Marcus nodded. "The plane is a bit overloaded with all the luggage and equipment. Are you sure you want to leave now?" Marcus paused, his forehead creasing. He turned to Aaliyah, but before he could say anything, she felt her heart pounding uncontrollably. "Is it dangerous?" she asked, her voice quiet. The mechanic hesitated. "I can't say for sure, but it would be best to reduce the luggage or just wait for the next flight." Marcus let out a quiet sigh. "We can leave some things behind. The most important thing is getting back on time." Aaliyah stared at the plane. In the dim light, the fuselage seemed to sway gently in the wind. Her dream from the night before flashed through her mind. The plane, the light, the falling. She clenched her fists, deciding not to say anything more. Part of her dismissed it as just fatigue. Another part told her that artists were often gifted with a strong intuition. She walked up the stairs to the plane. Seeing this, Marcus instructed the crew to leave some equipment behind and followed her aboard. Inside the small, cramped plane, the engine's vibration ran through the floor. Aaliyah sat near the window, her fingers tracing the silver necklace her mother had given her when she first started her career. "I'll be fine," she whispered to herself, but her heart didn't believe it. The pilot turned around. "We're ready for takeoff," Marcus asked. "Is the weather okay?" "A little windy, but within safe limits," the pilot replied. The plane began to taxi down the runway. Aaliyah's heart beat faster with every foot. Streetlights flickered past the window. The night wind howled, as if trying to warn her of something. Then, the engine roared. The plane accelerated. Aaliyah gripped her seatbelt. Please don't," she whispered. But no one heard her. The plane shook violently. Then it lifted off the ground. Instantly, Aaliyah sensed something was wrong. The engine noise was uneven, muffled. The pilot mumbled something into the radio. "Something's wrong," Aaliyah muttered, her voice trembling. Marcus looked at her. "It's okay," he said, but his own face was pale with fear. Suddenly, the plane tilted sharply to one side. Aaliyah screamed. A suitcase slid across the cabin, hitting the floor with a thud. The pilot fought to control the plane, but it was like a wild animal that had broken free. "We're going down. We're going down." The pilot's voice trembled with panic, but it was too late. It all happened in seconds. The engine let out a final, agonizing roar. A loud explosion tore through the night sky. In that last moment, Aaliyah saw a blinding white light, just like in her dream, and then everything disappeared. But the story doesn't end there. A few weeks after the crash, as the world mourned, Marcus returned to the Bahamas to collect Aaliyah's personal belongings. At the hotel where she had stayed, the manager handed him a small box. "She left this here the day she shot the music video," he said. "She told me that if anything ever happened to open it." With trembling hands, Marcus took the box. Inside was a black notebook, its cover slightly faded from the sea air. He opened it. On the first page, in her handwriting, were the words, "If I'm not here one day, tell my story." Not a story of loss, but of light. Marcus choked up, tears falling onto the page. He continued to turn the pages. Inside were notes he had never seen before, ideas for new songs, confessions of her dreams and fears, and notes about the strange intuitions she had been having. One page stopped him cold. It was a simple sketch, a pair of angel wings, torn by the wind, yet still trying to fly towards the sky. Beneath them, she had written, "If my wings aren't strong enough to fly through the darkness, let my music do it for me." Marcus collapsed into a chair, his hands shaking. He could hear the ocean waves outside the window, a sound that was now like Aaliyah's soft voice, drifting on the wind. In that moment, he understood. Her ultimate goal was never about fame or success. It was about leaving a beautiful mark on the world like an angel's light. And though her wings had broken on that dark Bahamian night, her music continued to fly, soaring through time, and soaring past loss, flying into the hearts of everyone who listened. Years later, standing at Aaliyah's memorial, Marcus looked at a picture of her smiling brightly in the sunlight. He remembered the days she would practice dancing until she forgot to eat, the times she sang until her voice was hoarse just to perfect a single note. He remembered her gentle smile as if she were ready to forgive the entire world. A young fan approached him. "You were so lucky to know her. Her music got me through so much. I just want to say she never really left." Marcus looked into the fan's clear eyes and smiled. "You're right. Angels never disappear. They just change the way we find them." And somewhere, in the wind rustling through the palm trees, a gentle song seemed to play, as light as a breath, as bright as a light. Aaliyah the R&B angel was still flying. Thank you for watching. If Aaliyah's music has touched your life, please share this story. Follow our channel for more stories of the artists who changed the world.